Imagine being able to understand the thoughts of the people around you without them having to say a single word. Wouldn't that be amazing? There is an ancient practice rooted in Buddhist wisdom and Zen traditions that can help you develop this ability. Today, we will explore together a fascinating and powerful method for entering the minds of others, an ability that comes from the art of deep observation and spiritual connection. Watch the whole video. At the end, we will reveal to you a very powerful practical exercise that you will never imagine, and that can allow you to read all the people. Subscribe to the channel The Smiling Buddha to receive other precious teachings on Buddhist philosophy and personal growth. Let's get right to the point. The ability to read minds is not a magical or supernatural power, but rather an ability to carefully observe the subtle signals that people give off through their body language, tone of voice, and most importantly, their eyes. There is a story handed down from the time of the Buddha that explains how to develop this ability through 3 fundamental practices. One day in a distant village there lived 2 brothers. The elder was blind from birth and the younger was a farmer. Unfortunately, every year the crop was destroyed by wild animals. Desperate, the younger brother had a brilliant idea. He asked his blind brother to sit in the field and shout every time he heard the sound of animals approaching. In this way, he thought, he could scare the animals and save the crops. The blind brother accepted the task. One day, while he was sitting in the field, a deer ran quickly through the fence, followed by a king on horseback who was hunting it. The king, approaching the blind man, asked, "Did you see a deer pass by here?" The blind man very calmly replied, "Your Majesty, it was not just any deer, but a pregnant doe. I don't think it's worth chasing." The king, surprised by the blind man's words, decided to send his men to check whether the doe was really pregnant. To their amazement, they found that the man was right. The king, incredulous, returned to the blind man and asked, "How did you know that it was a pregnant doe, if you are blind?" The blind man replied that by listening carefully to the sound of the footsteps and noticing the way the animal moved, he understood that it was a doe carrying cubs and that she was trying to protect her offspring. This episode teaches us that true understanding comes not only from sight, but also from the ability to perceive what others cannot see. And now I will reveal to you how to do the same, following 3 powerful methods. The first method is the observation of the eyes. The eyes are an open window to the soul, and those who know how to read a person's eyes can understand a lot about what they are thinking. When you talk to someone, pay attention to where they look. If their eyes constantly escape your gaze, it could mean that the person is hiding something. If they stare at you intently, you may be dealing with a sincere and transparent person. But there's more. Rapid eye movement or stillness can reveal the nervousness or anxiety hidden behind the words. This principle concerns not only the visual aspect, but also the energy that flows through the eyes. In ancient Zen practice, it is believed that life energy, or QI, can be perceived and transmitted through the gaze. With a calm and present mind, you can tune into other people's energy and understand their emotional state without them saying a word. The second method is the interpretation of body language. Words can lie, but the body rarely does. A small gesture, a movement of the hands, or the posture a person assumes when they are in your presence can tell you a lot about what they are really feeling. A person who crosses his or her arms, for example, might feel defensive or uncomfortable. If someone plays with an object in their hands while talking to you, they may be looking for an escape route from an uncomfortable situation. By carefully observing these signals, You can understand much more than what is said verbally. But there is an even deeper level. In Zen monasteries, monks learn to observe the natural flow of the human body. It is said that when the body and mind are in tune, movement is fluid and harmonious. Conversely, if there is an internal conflict, the body becomes tense and the movements become stiff. Learning to notice these subtleties allows you to see what lies behind a person's facade. The third method is to listen to the tone of voice. Even when the words are well chosen, the tone can reveal hidden emotions. The way a person speaks, the speed, rhythm, and intonation, can tell you a lot about what they are really feeling. A voice that suddenly rises may indicate nervousness, while a calm, steady voice often reveals sincerity and confidence. In Buddhism, the concept of mindful speech is central. Not only what you say matters, but how you say it. At this point, you might be wondering, have you ever noticed any of these signs in the people around you? Have you ever had the feeling that someone wasn't telling the whole truth? Write it in the comments below the video and share your experience. Now I want to reveal to you a first secret exercise that very few people know about, and that will help you develop these skills even more deeply. This exercise is called the silence of the moon. Before an important conversation, find a quiet place, perhaps near a window where you can see the moon, or simply imagine it in your mind. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your breathing. Inhale and exhale deeply, visualizing the calm of the moon reflecting in your heart. Let this calmness spread throughout your body. When you feel that your mind is completely calm, open your eyes and bring this energy into your interaction. You will notice that you will be able to perceive more clearly what the other person is feeling and thinking, without having to say it explicitly. It's not about magic, but about developing a deep awareness and harmony with the present. This exercise trains you to be fully present, and when you are present, you are able to perceive the subtlest nuances of the people around you. Reading someone's mind is not a matter of supernatural power, but of attention and observation. With these three methods and the exercise I just revealed to you, you can develop a deeper connection with the people and the world around you. The key is to be present, calm, and open to what is happening in the here and now. Here is another secret exercise of great impact, known only to a few Zen masters, and which will allow you to develop an incredible ability to read people's minds. But first, give this video a nice like, subscribe to our channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss our next contents dedicated to Buddhist philosophy and personal growth. It's called the inner echo. Before interacting with someone, close your eyes for a minute, breathe deeply, and visualize the person in front of you as a still body of water. Now imagine throwing a small stone into that water and watch how the waves propagate. These waves represent the person's hidden emotions and thoughts. When you open your eyes, you will notice an amazing ability to capture the nuances of their thoughts and feelings, as if the waves have become part of your perception. Try it. The effect will be astonishing.